Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new live session of Customily. As we are getting people in, we are going to wait just one more minute to get started. And in the meantime, let's play some music.
Step into the future, get ready to ignite. Customly's the engine, taking you to new heights. Personalization power, the best you've ever seen. We're rocking the e-commerce scene, living the dream. No limits, no borders, creativity unleashed. From names to crosswords, your products find their niche. Customily's the best, we're leading the race. No app can match us, we're setting the pace. Features so many, we're ahead of the game. With support that's legendary, remember the name. Need live previews? We've got your back. Dynamic designs, there's nothing we lack. From tees to mugs, from frames to tees, Customily's the partner your store really needs. Innovation's our motto, your growth is our goal. With tools so advanced, we're in total control. Customily's the best, we're leading the race. No app can match us, we're setting the pace. Features so many, we're ahead of the game. With support that's legendary, remember the name. So if you're chasing sales and aiming for the sky, join the Customily family, it's time to amplify. We'll take you higher, set your brand apart. With endless options, we're the e-commerce heart. Customily's the best, we're leading the race. No app can match us, we're setting the pace. Features so many, we're ahead of the game. With support that's legendary, remember the name. Customily, the top of the charts. Transforming every product, winning customers' hearts. With rock vibes and passion, we'll always be true. Customily's the app made just for you.
Welcome, everyone, to this new live session of Customily, our second special on Mother's Day. We are very happy to start this with you and give you the second bunch of tips, tricks, and ideas so you can tackle this special date in e-commerce with all the tools necessary. Right, so we're going to get started right away. We are going to present, first of all, the team. I'm Jose, happy to be your host today, and we have Joffrey as our co-host. He's going to be joining us in a few seconds. We also have Josefina with all the tips and the ideas for products, trending ideas. And today we're going to be talking about the top selection Customily designs for you. And always Cecilia on the chat giving out answers and sharing links and all the information you need to to keep in touch with us, and also to share your ideas along the way. And today we're going to be organized like this. We're going to start with some tips and tricks for your store. Remember, we did a lot of tips at the previous live session, and we have some more ideas for you today. We're also going to have some Mother's Day inspiration. We're going to see some products from our POD partners, and we're also going to see some design ideas, as well as, like I said, our top selection for you to keep an eye on if you're going to be creating products using our designs. We're going to do a couple of tutorials on how to create and publish personalized products for Mother's Days using print-on-demand products and Customily designs. Of course, we have some space for Q&A, so keep your questions there or pop them along the way on the chat so our team can gather them for later. And to get started with our tips for the store, we're going to welcome Joffrey on stage.
Hello, Jose. Thank you for having us. Thank you for hosting again, and thank you, everyone. Oh, we have a big audience today.
Yeah.
It's been increasing week to week, and I'm glad that you guys that you guys are coming each time to get the tips and the tricks. And let's dive into this, right? Let's get into the tips for your store. We are nearing the Mother's Day season, and this is quite one of the biggest moments to sell out personalizable and customized presents to your merchants. So do not miss any of this and combine them with all of the tips we've provided since we started live sessions this year. Um, I always say organization is of the essence, especially when you're dealing with custom leads and designs and whatnot. So you can create, the recommendation here is that you create special collections or special collection tabs to help your customers find gifts, even if they are temporary, only for the season. Right now for Customers Day, but then you have for Mother's Day, sorry, but then you have Father's Day, and then you have Christmas and fall and 4th of July or whatever.
Yeah, but
Um,
Mother's Day is Mother's Day. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
definitely. So make sure. So yeah, this is a great suggestion, a great strategy. When you create special collections tab, will make it easy for your clients to find ideas and inspiration to creating new personalized findings. Sorry, new personalizable products with thoughtful recommendations from you that make it simpler for them to shop and inspire themselves with meaningful ideas to give to their significant others. And keep in mind, they are not only giving things to their mothers. There are wives, there are siblings, etc. So if you have all of these ideas gathered in a collection, it makes it easier for them to track and find product ideas.
This actually that suggestion is evergreen because I mean today's Mother's Day, like Joffrey said, but if you keep creating those new collections and categories, your regular shoppers or those who have you on their regular visiting routines, they will actually see what's coming with your new collections. So think of it not only as to guide and condensate and control your the way your customers are navigating your store, but also to let them know what's coming as well as newsletters. But if they just happen to come to your store, they will see, oh wow, now it's coming. Father's Day is coming, Mother's Day is coming. So it's always important to have this. I think this is one of that's why it's our first tip today, because it's something that you should exercise constantly.
Absolutely. And not only understanding, as the next thing is understanding your audience, not only being aware of the niche you are in and the niche you're targeting towards to, it's very important to identify and create the buyer persona that is going to be targeted with your products. So make sure you can identify whether you are promoting or selling out luxury products, budget-friendly ideas, or personalized simple gifts to tailor your suggestions and your guides, for example, and you target them and you offer them effectively and efficiently. So if you understand your audience and and you identify what they want and what you can offer them, you can create even several guides and gift guides depending on the audience, and then hence you can develop your marketing strategies depending on the audience that you're targeting. So it's very important that you identify who your clientele is.
Yeah, and always keep in mind that those budget-friendly kind of collections should always be there. I mean, the bestsellers and the special promotions and the limited time offers, those kind of things will attract certain audience as well as other categories directly related to the product or to the receiver will attract other kind of users. So I think categories and audience and buyer persona definitely go along in this instance.
Absolutely.
And
So
on that, if we're going to be catching the audience attention, definitely we need to try out and see to offer special discounts and bundles. Why? Because, well, usually when you are out there, you're purchasing, it's very important to create certain upsells experiences and also bundling, because if you're going to get this product for X money, you're going to get two products for a bit more than X, then it's also less than those two separated, then that's something that people will pay attention to, because this will come in this price. But if you add these two, the price changes to this, which is more, but not as much as adding one by one. So bundles are very important, and it's also a great chance, like Joffrey said, when you are gifting out more than just your mother, you're actually gifting your wife, or your sister, or even your grandmother. I mean, the idea is that if you can offer those kind of bundles or special discounts, either by quantity or either by collection, that's something that will definitely attract. And
absolutely. No, go on. Sorry.
no, it's okay. I was going to jump to the next one. So if you had something on the special discounts and bundles.
Yeah, no. What I was going to say on that note is that you make sure you can include special discounts, special bundles, and there are tools in your stores, in your e-commerces, where you can do bump offers that can be thrown at the end of the purchase or before you complete your purchase, so you can add on additional things, and such as, I don't know, for example, chocolates or a gift card or whatever. Those things could become additional personalizable add-ons to your clients shopping bag. So you make sure you can include those, and you're making your clients life easier, because we have some lazy shoppers. So if you make it easier for them to shop, you're ensuring you have more purchases at this season.
Yeah, actually, yeah, there are diverse mechanisms to create upsells at the very last moment, even in the cart, actually. And what Shopper says, what you want to offer as upsell is not like the same product or similar product in value. You want to offer some extra stuff, some like wrapping paper, or like I said, chocolates, or any other small item that when you start to pile that up into the order, it will become very attractive. So of course, if you try to upsell a different product that is actually the same price or higher or whatever, you might be discouraging the customer. But lower price items that will come along perfectly well with what you have purchased right now is actually pretty important, actually, to think about it. When you go to the supermarket and you're about to go into the cashier's line, you always have some small snacks and some chocolates and everything on your sides, because it's the last thing you're going to pick before you go. So it cannot be a big box. It has to be something that you can really pick, and it will not make a difference on the final price, and you're still going to be buying a bit more on your store. So it's very important to keep an eye on that strategy. And also in the line of last minute, or at the last moment picking something else, is your last chance to get something, or your last chance to make sure you use your coupons and your discounts. So having last minute offers or chances, or the limited time offers. For example, one thing that we do, for example, flash sales that can be done on Etsy stores. It's very common that people take advantage to the fact that you can customize after the purchase. So they create flash sales, or they create like last minute offers, and you have like limited time to execute your coupon, to buy your stuff. So you rush into that without the need to dedicate time customizing. You're going to get an email after but you took advantage of that opportunity without having to worry about time running out to customize your product. You can do it later. So Etsy shoppers take a lot of advantage on that feature in order to promote these missing out chances in e-commerce.
Absolutely. All right. Now, optimizing your social media and your ads will come hand in hand with the previous tips that we've given. It basically works as a well-oiled engine. So the key here is that you can target your customers based on demographics, and that's why we were mentioning you identify your buyer persona. With those demographics, with their interests and their shopping behavior, you can start creating the marketing strategies that you're going to use for your campaigns, right? So try to test out different ad formats. You can use carousels, ads, long videos, short videos. Depending on the media platform, you can use one or the other or several of these at the same time. The intention is that you can see what performs best depending on your buyer persona and depending on the demographics. Some use more some platforms and some use others. Um, it's best to keep in mind where you're targeting what and which promotion strategies or tools you're going to use. To make sure that the money you're investing in that marketing strategy in those ads is well directioned.
Mhm. Yes,
Um,
definitely with that. I mean, I was paying attention because actually I don't know much about ads and stuff. So actually, that's one of the topics that I'm really interested is the way the ad pops up because I'm one of those that can actually discard ads or follow. Like I don't have like a midpoint. So either I will ignore or I will definitely get into the ad. So that's very interesting how you control that power, and you can have those ads either be annoying or be completely unavoidable to say that.
Yeah, there is a generational a remarkable factor there that some generations are more geared towards TikTok, for example, or towards short formats on Instagram, for example. And with that information in mind, you can create some sort of ads that are more appealing and more easy to digest. They are quicker to digest, and you're targeting your audience. And some other generations, older people, are more keen towards using Facebook, for example. For example, I rarely use Facebook. All right. No, I was saying
Right.
that depending on the generational audience that you have on those demographics, some people are more keen towards Facebook, some are more towards Instagram, some more towards TikTok. And depending on that, you can create multiple or variations of the same ad to target your buyer persona. So if you are aware of that, you don't need to be an expert in media, but if you know your demographics and your type of clients, you can create a great strategy.
Yeah.
Um,
I will be the old demographics, basically. Yeah, and I will.
I
Yeah,
think I'm
I will
intermediate.
need to have very important information on the ad, not
That's
just the
okay.
colors and the fonts and everything. Yeah, it should be
Yeah,
something that will definitely be speaking to me
more
about.
information. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were mentioning this earlier today. I brought it up earlier, and we discussed it a little. Target sub niche. Not only people get gifts for their mothers, you get things for your wife. For example, aunts. There is no such thing as an aunt day or a grandma day, right? But generally, on these days, people get presents for these people. For example, the best aunt, right? So if you have this information in mind, you can target or create subniche within those categories that we talked about in the beginning, and that will help you expand your audience by focusing on specific variations of it, and it will allow you to connect more with your clients, expanding your sale offer, and selling more personalized products.
Yes, definitely. I did some commenting on this on the previous live session about mothers being more than just what the usual concept we have of the one that gave you birth. I mean, mothers are that raise you, that go with you along your childhood and be there as role models. So along with what Geoffrey said, and we mentioned this on the previous live session, I mean, you can celebrate mothers in all possible formats, from pet mothers to nurturing mothers to actual mothers to grandmothers, aunts, sisters, mothers to be. There's a lot of word and possibility, but what I'm getting with this is that it's important, and we have mentioned this on previous also live sessions, especially regarding Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, is that when creating a product and creating a campaign around that product, always think about the sentimentality of that, and not just to exploit, but actually because that's what people actually need, right? I mean, we always try to encourage you to create products that can last, create designs and products that are going to last, that are going to be there all the time, something that you will have on your table all the time, that you will open your jewelry box and you will see the card, you will see the canvas or the poster, something that is there, that is always reminding you something, or keeping a specific memento of your life. So it's not just about gifting, but also about making sure it lasts and it commemorates or symbolizes something. So designs, and specifically that's why we wrap around kind of this point in the last free tips, because they're kind of all the same. You're specifying a niche that doesn't have to be a very clear, but has to be it could be something else that will connect to your shoppers because it appeals to their feelings and to their connection to something or to someone, and you can personalize it, and that's very important. So it's not just about focusing on the product, but also on the design. Design should be able to include in a way that you can feel comfortable and happy and appreciate it. The people that you love, the people that love you. I mean, everything that you can think that can connect others. So we were thinking the other day of a blanket that could have the names of the kids as well as the names of the grandkids. So think about it, that you're getting into the room and you'll see that blanket full of names, and it's there always for you as a reminder, as a thoughtful memory. So it's very important that you put the sentiment on thinking on the other side, and make sure they can personalize it, because the power of personalization is what actually drives the market right now. Is what's going to be the differential in any product that you're going to pick out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So think of all the tips that we've given out today, or the rest that we've given you on the other live sessions, as a bulk. So you can add them on together and pile those tips to build a massive strategy. We like to create these lives. We like to build these live sessions in a way that you can optimize your selling, in a way that you can thrive on the platform, so that the tips and the tricks that you sell, so the products that you sell out there are targeting your audience, and that make it easy for you to get out there and start billing and getting a ton of purchases.
Mhm. And as we always say, once you get a clear idea of what you want to offer and whom you want to offer to, getting into Customily and actually putting that together is the easiest part. It's hard to begin with a blank piece of paper or a screen, for that matter. It's always important to have a clear idea of what you want. And if you are along the way, you will shape the details, but you know it has to be for this audience, has to have this message, and needs to have this, I don't know, set of colors or presentation. And not only think about the product, you see in the examples we have here, that the way the product shows on the context, on the lifestyle image, is also very important. It's not the same as having a canvas hanging on an empty wall, hanging on a wall with furniture, standing on a desk. It's a lot of things that that if you keep that into consideration, there are small details, but they add to the final concept, because at the end, if you want to offer something specific for a specific kind of shopper or specific niche, you will know that they will maybe hang it here or put it there, and presenting that it's also an extra. So I think that's all we can add at the moment for all products, because the rest is up to you in coming up with the great ideas, that's for sure. But just so you can take notes on what to do, let's say that you're going to be targeting your audiences and getting creative later, we still have a lot of ideas to present from many partners along the way. And for that, we are, Joffrey, are we still there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, great. Sorry. Okay, great. So we have collected some ideas from different POD partners. Remember, we're going to be doing a couple of examples today. So we started off with Printify. And among the many products that Printify have to offer, well, we thought that aligned with Mother's Day, well, the most popular definitely are mugs and tote bags. Well, that was one of the two things. But actually, we actually started to see some other cool ideas. The insulated traveling mugs. I personally have seen them a lot lately, and not only a lot setting out, but also people with that on the walking on the streets and stuff. So it's actually either you get the idea because you're starting to see it a lot, but actually it's around there, and people are using that a lot. So I would say that big travel mug is a very interesting thing to explore. The notebooks. Well, our notebooks are always around when it comes to Mother's Day, when it comes to Valentine's as well. It's very important, a very interesting gift, because the personalization part is basically essential here. It's going to be your notebook for X purposes, but whatever you think is going to be the purpose for its use, definitely you want to customize that based on that. And I'm thinking, if it's your grandmother or your mother, you may want to put recipes there, or like a journal of your pregnancy, or why not? So there's a lot of things you can play around with that. Then we have photo tiles. This is something pretty new, ceramic photo tiles, because as you have seen, acrylics have always been around, and they're always a good choice, as well as frames, canvases. But it was pretty interesting to feature this. It's a standing that has no frame, but it's pretty nice to have as part of your decoration. And like we said, we always want you to have the presence of whatever you customize it whenever you are remembering with that particular gift. And finally, we are always insisting on the candles, because we are going to push this year to have the candles, the scented candles, to be there trending. We started in Valentine's on January, and we're going to keep insisting on the candles, right? Definitely, it's going to prove to be a really good year for the scented candles.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, as we were mentioning, and as we always say, if you think about the big picture, you can target or direct the products and the ideas and the designs um, eh, differently from just saying to the best mom. So, for example, one trend that has been very relevant lately is people that are thinking or considering gratitude. For example, if one of your designs for notebooks, as Jose was saying, it has a purpose or it has a direction, you could send a notebook or create a design with a notebook that's my gratitude book. And then you can build a bundle with a candle that accompanies that. So if you think of the big picture and you're creating purpose on the product bundles that you're creating, it's good that you can offer things that can also be sold in other seasons, not only Mother's Day.
Mhm. Right. Actually, we started off with our partners, and I forgot to introduce Josefina to stage, so she can also share her thoughts on some of the products they selected. Actually, this was the marketing team working with with our partners. So whenever we can get her on stage, there you go. Sorry.
Hi guys, hi everyone. How's it going?
I'll leave you to it with Jose.
Perfect. Well, so with the other one of us of our print on demand partners, we have these shine on examples that we see them as for maybe a more sentimental or how high value gift, right? The first example that we have that is the top always best seller for this type of season that it's Mother's Day are some type of necklace or maybe a bracelet, for example. For this one, you can offer like it could be engraved with some pretty cute initials, or maybe you can customize also the case of the necklace with a cute photo of the mother with their child, or mother to be, or grandma, the guys said, the different types of mothers that your customers can get gifts in this season. Later, we have the ones that it's a yoga mat, for example. This is maybe a quite different type of gift, but it could be really cool for maybe someone that is more love with fitness or self-control in some stuff. They can be also personalized with some of their names or some funny quotes or something like that they can remember as their love or stuff like that.
I'm thinking of motivational quotes, for example, like
Yeah,
when you have those training bottles that you take to the gym, that every single level, as you are drinking, kind of gives you a message that you're starting off, you're about there, you're halfway down, something like that. But funnier, of course. And I'm thinking that the Shoga mat that gives a lot of cool ideas and presents you maybe a nice niche, and maybe customization can involve a nice background, can involve quotes or kind of motivational phrases. Something that it will definitely speak to you and make it personal along the other yoga mats on the class, right? Basically.
Yeah, for sure. Then we also have an example that is leather journals. These type of gifts are we can say they are timeless. They are maybe some more elegant, and this can have also some personal notes, personal pictures. Put it on the top of the journal. There it could go really sentimental for some mothers, some grandmothers that really like to write the things that happen in the day, to write some notes, some anything, to be quite honest.
And you see how some products repeat along different PODs, right? It's like the season definitely invites to certain products.
Yeah, there's some kind of products that it can be the same one or with some different little difference. Like for example, the notebook. And this one, you can see that one can be more like practical and classic, and this could give another type of image, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Then, sorry.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, later we have the one and only that also they're always trending in this type of season, that are the plaques, even the acrylic plaques, sorry. For here we have an example that is just a simple square one, but you can see that there will be maybe one that it's with a heart shape or round and stuff like that. These are stunning for display, like maybe some pictures to memorize and give a great to memorize a moment, a cute moment about a family, of the mother, of a mother to be, and stuff like that, to be displayed in the home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, with our shining examples, we have ones that we think that it's going to, like Jose already told, blankets that it can really give a really beautiful touch to a home and stuff like that, with a really memorable thing. For example, like child and grandchild's names. It could be really sophisticated too, and really meaningful.
Yes, yeah, for sure. And well, along with the blankets, we have for other partner, Merch One also has premium blankets. In fact, there's coming like a lot of different blanket materials, actually, because now you have seen in the previous image we had this woven blanket that is coming along now with the uh, 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 with the edges in this particular thread way. And also we have the microfiber blankets and the fleece blankets. So those are like always in there, but kind of the blanket industry is coming along, allowing for more personalization and more products, more variety of fabrics. That's very important to keep an eye on. So as you can see, blankets begin to repeat.
Yeah, totally. And for this type of examples, we were looking for to go for in a way that it's a more unique and maybe fun gift for them. As the first example, it's a really new one that it's a kid's measuring bar. With this type of gifts, it's a great um, it's a great thing that they can use to have a special moment with their kids, right? With their toddlers, maybe, and they can have it in their room, and they can see like, okay, every time that they grow, and it could be, and it's a really meaningful and unique way, because with the personalization, they can add the name of their children, their favorite animal, a picture of he or she or of them together. It's a pretty new type of product that it could be really surprising right now in this season.
And you don't have to mark your door frame like we used to do until
Yeah,
someone
for sure.
wants to paint again, and you lose all that information for good. So
Yeah, totally. With this one,
oh,
it can keep going in the family and the memories and everything.
mm,
Then there are the pillows that this type of gifts can also do that it gives like a special touch to a decoration in a home, because you can personalize them with some fun quotes, some and personal photos, or maybe some clipboards with personalizations that it can like give an image about the family, or the love the family had to give to the mother, right?
mm.
Then in one of the personally, I think it's the more unique ones for this type of gift to give this season, are some puzzles. With these puzzles, you can, it's a really interactive gift right now, so the mothers and the whole family can use them together and create new great memories using that puzzle, because with the puzzle you can personalize them maybe with a picture, and they have to put together that, and it could be a really good time they have to spend together, right?
Yeah, and the more people in the picture, actually, the better. I mean, these
Yeah,
puzzles
for
come
sure.
in between 250 and 1,000 pieces. So there's a lot to put together. So the more interesting and creative is the custom image you use. Definitely will bring together a lot of family members, and a lot of time just to put together that big whole family photo that you took, I don't know, last Christmas or something. And actually having something interesting with a lot of details to put together on a puzzle, it's quite original, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have magic mugs, as we saw with the Printify one. This is maybe a product that it repeats with the different providers, but this ones you can see had a really special, no, sorry, unique image, right? Because when they're pour hot water or stuff like that, they can see maybe the personalization that your clients may choose, and it would be a really surprising way to let the mothers see like the idea and the personalization they think about to put it there. And also, uh, if it's a unique gift, it's also a very practical one, as we said earlier.
Yeah. And if you're
And
going to suggest ideas for the magic mug, I mean, your customers are free to do whatever they want. But if you're thinking of designs for your magic mug and you're also going to be featuring some ideas on your listing photos, keep in mind the way the mug reveals the picture, right, from bottom to top, right, as the hot liquid will begin to trigger the image, and then it will start to go dark from top to bottom. So if your design actually has some sort of stages, you can definitely see either things revealing or things hiding again. I mean, this is something that actually one customer taught me, that they think about it is, okay, so it's not just that I pour a hot liquid and I see the whole picture, then it starts to go dark again. So I want always to show something, not just half people or something like that, but actually there's a message there that keeps revealing as you pour the hot liquid, and it disappears again in different stages. So thinking about that from bottom to top and top to bottom could be really interesting when thinking out of the box in this kind of products.
yeah, and last but not least, one that it's always a product to go are the frame canvas. These are a beautiful way for the families and the mothers or grandmothers to display a meaningful moment. That it could be a personalization with a picture, with any type of design that we will see later. Um, this type of product never goes old in this type of system, because it's also, like we said, a way to see a memory in time, and to always go to that picture, right, and remember the things that happened.
All right, great. And we added some classics that always work from all our other partners. Remember that whenever you get inside Customily and you are at the start screen, you can type whatever product you can think of, and you will get a list of all the products available from all the different POD providers. So you will get a chance to actually see that we have some classic POD providers. We have some new PODs as we are keep adding new partners. But why don't you type, I don't know, Trouble Cup, and you will see all available from all different providers. I mean, we have listed them here, so you don't just stick with, for example, we saw Printify merch one in China, but we have Printful, Gelato, T-Launch, Guten, Custom Cut, Pastor Flow, and Full Color. And some classics that we can offer through any of them are, for example, phone cases. Always a great idea to renovate the case of our mother, to say that. Duffel bags and accessory pouches, definitely. Bags and similar products are always useful for gifting out. Travel caps, as I mentioned with the travel mug previously, it's coming along pretty strong this season, so it's very important to keep an eye on those. And definitely clothing is always a option, right? It's always an option. T-shirts, crew necks, and well, even pajamas, to be honest. I mean, that could be something really really possible, right? So we wanted to mention these products as always, because these are a great option whenever you are putting together other ones. That's something to definitely keep in mind.
Yeah, for sure. And last but not least, we have some of our picks of our Customily designs for this type of season of Mother's Day. As you can see at this first top 5, we look down to cover a lot of different types of designs, right? At the first one, we have one that covers our latest features, their calendars. This has, for example, as a really special message like the day you became a mom, and highlight the day their child was born. This type of designs can maybe go perfect with a pillow as we talk, or the canvas to put in the baby's room maybe, or stuff like that. Then we continue to see that we have other ones that are more with clip arts. These are a very fun way to personalize and give a look about the mothers, because as you can see, you can highlight the mother and the baby, and it's a pretty fun way to see them as characters. Maybe we can say it like that. And then one that never gets old. It's the designs that involves pictures.
Yeah.
For example, the 5 one that says "Welcome Noah" can also work with, as we said, well, maybe a blanket or stuff like that, or also the the acrylic plaques or stuff like that it can always make the mothers remember the special way that when they now became a mother, right?
Yeah, actually, we practiced that design for today, like a commemoration of the first year of the baby. But it's also definitely endless possibilities for the whole motherhood process. And
Yeah.
from 6 to 10, we also have some clip art designs. Remember, this is what has been the most used designs throughout the beginning of the Mother's Day season. And well, we were surprised to see some maps. Of course, the heart-shaped map is the most interesting. We saw some pet mother related designs. And well, clip arts always front and back, as we have seen before, that sometimes customers relate more to back viewing clip art. We've seen that front view clip arts are also very interesting and very common these days. I think it's because you put them in the right product with the right design. That's also really works out pretty nice for shoppers. And well, on number 7, this is very interesting because the mom with the free pictures is always there. It's always for mom, always for dad. But it's definitely something to keep in mind and to keep around the way. And remember this, because eventually we may announce a new feature in the upcoming weeks regarding this effect. So that's the trailer. That's a heads up. So if you need more inspiration, remember that the marketing team always works on amazing new products in our demo store. They create elaborated versions of what can be the best to use Customily designs, Customily design alterations, and great ideas featuring our newest tools like the calendars and the picture effects, as well as the crosswords and many more, and the warped text that we saw on the last live session. Everything that you can think of and how they work, you can find products that it will inspire you in our demo store. And of course, you can check our blogs. And actually, we have Mother's Day blogs. We have ideas for Mother's Day, trends, right, Josefina? Yeah, and tips, yes, marketing tips. It's completely out of my scope, yeah, but definitely we the team works a lot on these articles, sometimes with more time and not a live session. If you sit down, dedicate time to reading all these, you will see not only great ideas that have inspired us for live sessions, but also a deep knowledge of how you can work your marketing ideas for your store. So please check the blog. It's really amazing what the team does. And we're going to use the next upcoming minutes to do something, right, Josefina? We're going to do a tutorial. We put together 3 products, but we're going to do 2 of them really fast. Putting together all we talked about in the previous instances, we're going to create something really fast. If you recall, Josefina mentioned that the image upload kind of products are always there and always working. And it depends, of course, on the way you present them. So we have a design in Customily collection that you can really quickly put into, for example, a frame that allows you to upload a picture, put a message. But the cool thing is the picture gets the background removed automatically, and you can just input the text. So let me show you really quickly, and I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And in Customily, if you want to replicate this, that's the cool thing about the live sessions. You can just follow the steps in here and get the same results as I'm going to do. So let's say I click on Publish New Product, right? This is where we are going to begin, because we're going to start with something fresh, something new, a new store with new ideas or new collection. And let's say I want to do a poster, right? So I'm going to type poster. Remember that if you start typing at the very beginning here, you will get to see all the providers with all the different products associated with that word. If I go framed poster, that's something different, right? Because now I'm adding some extra information. All right, framed poster. And now it's time to see this. So this is like the first page, because we have like a lot of pages. And I'm trying to see a lot from Printify. And okay, for example, I see this from Posterflow, right? So maybe I can keep checking out. Okay, this frame from Posterflow is a bit thinner, and I like thinner frames, so I'm going to pick this, right? But I get to see all available products through all different providers. This is really handy for me when picking. Later, you can see that some of them are bringing out comparison prices, so you can actually see what's more effective when it comes to pricing. But let's say I'm going to pick this product. And whenever I pick this product, okay, I need to pick whatever variants I want to offer in this case. So I want to offer all frame colors, right? Black, natural, and white. But I don't want to offer all sizes. I think I'm going to offer the round ones, right? Like 40 by 50, 30 by 40, and 50 by 70. And this is all verticals because we have the width and the height bigger than the width. So those would be 9 variants, 3 sizes by 3 colors. Then after I pick at least one variant, in each case, I can pick my design in here. So I'm going to click Add a Design. And now we're going to jump into the Customily's design collection. There's a lot of things we can play with here. I would suggest that given the time of the year, I will go to the category selector and definitely go straight to Mom. Then I can see all things that we can play around with this. So we have some clip art and calendar designs, some map designs, really cool. And the newest designs always show up first. So you can see that this is definitely the most recent ones. And I'm going to pick this one, loved one. So I'm going to pick this and head over to Apply Design. After I apply the design, I get to see it opens automatically a window to allow me to reposition this in any case. For example, I have 3 sizes, so I need to reposition this on the first size, 30 by 40, shows up at the top here. If I'm happy with this, okay, let's go next. 40 by 50, the same. This can happen, an adjustment may need to happen if you have a different proportion. But you see, pretty much this looks pretty nice, okay? And that will be it. All the 3 variants for the sizes, and I'm good to go to get back to this screen. Okay, and now all the way down, I click next, and this is ready to get published in my store. I need to pick the store, yeah, in case we have many stores, and then okay. The process will now create a new listing on my store. It could be a WooCommerce store, an Etsy, or a Shopify store for this process. And the listing gets created with the variants I selected, not just all of the sizes, but only the free sizes I selected and the free colors that I selected. After that, it creates the template. It's the file we need to load on the front end to present the preview and also create the print file after the purchase. And the options are also created automatically. It's basically what I use to interact with the customization. So yes, I may have an image upload, I may have backgrounds and texts, but if I don't have the options, I have no way to input what I want to personalize. So all those free items are essential: the product, the template, and the options set. It all automatically gets created in this stage. It takes about 2 minutes at most, and you get this final revision stage. This revision stage is pretty useful because we can do some quick stuff that can be automatically updated on the store backend. For example, I can change the name of the product. So this gum comes with the product from the POD. I can go Mother's Day custom photo upload framed poster, yeah, like that. Enter, and that's it. So that's my product. Then I can start playing around with what has been created just to see if it works. For example, right now I can see the black frame, but if I go natural, I should be able to see the natural change as well as the white. Okay, and also I can start playing around with the sizes, and the then I can customize the picture. I can double check just to see if if everything is working. So right now I just uploaded the picture, and the picture is getting the background removed, and that will be easier for me to adjust. This is all a Customily design. Remember that you can grab this design and you can move it around and change it any way you want. So if you actually don't like the watercolor effect at the bottom, at the background, you can change it, for example, right? You see, this is also available. And I can put like, yeah, Trevor and Mommy, for example. This is, of course, I can type live. And this is my first year. I had this one, great. So I can see this. And I like this picture so much that I want to use this as my main listing photo instead of a blank image of the frame. So I'm going to click this button, save this as product image. So this is automatically creating a main listing photo. Then you can have hundreds of options. If you want, for example, to have this in black and violet, all right, amazing. So all you have to do is change this and click on download image, and you can download a you see, you can download a mockup of the product like that, and you can then go to your backend of the store, your Shopify, Etsy, or WooCommerce backend, and you can populate your gallery of images with all versions of the product that you want to show, just like that. So it's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward. And when we are happy with this, we have two choices: either we save as a draft, and then we go into the listing and we modify more things about the listing. It's very recommended that you put tags, collections, and all that. Or we can go straight to publish. And if you go straight to publish, you just start selling. If you're live, you're going to start selling. So I would say that you first click on here when it says edit product details, because here you can actually see, well, the description, if you want to put it in here, and the prices. Right now, there's no pricing here. So I will have to, I don't know, let's say I'm going to call to charge this 30 for, I'm just going to put everything on 30. Why? Because just not going to care about the sizes, but just to show you that this pricing, you can change it on the store later, but if you change it in Customily, you can go straight to publishing and start selling. You don't have to add the extra step of getting into the back end of your e-commerce. So I'm going to say publish. If you don't have the API key of the POD you're working with, of the print-on-demand provider, you will get this message. It's very important to pay attention because if you want this to automatically fulfill later, you need an API. So this is a nice reminder within the app to let you know that you have just created a product from a print-on-demand partner, but you don't have the API to create the automation. Nothing to worry. Just go later into the integrations and put the API. But the warning is very important, and you see that, so you know that whatever you create definitely will have the chance to be automated once you get the account and the API. Nevertheless, you can keep creating products without the need to have an account. If you're just testing the app or you're getting your stuff together and then you want to go into your POD's account, right? So this takes a few seconds and goes straight to your store as new product. Okay, or not, but that's probably because I just need to refresh. Yeah, let me get into this. Okay. Well, I created this anyways, so this is my store, and if I go here and I don't recall the name, but it was Mother's Day, Canvas, Mother's Day. What was that? Okay, there you go. So one of these, it's updating. I think it's pushing this too fast. Mother's Day, let's go with all Mother's Day. Product gets created automatically is called this. Oh, that's easier just to find this one. Just like that. Apparently it's something with my store, but anyways, this is my backend, so you can actually see that the product was created right away, and we can also create another one. Yeah, this is the product that has been created and is active in my store right now. The Mother's Day framed poster. If I were to click this, it should open. Yeah, it is. So probably just a bunch of caches there. All right, so this is a product in my store. Or my internet connection, maybe. As you can see, I picked free variants for the color, free variants for the size, and it created all of them. So I can actually start with white, for example. It will change the preview. I can get into the purple. Exactly the same way I tested. It's actually working pretty well. And let's put another image just to see. So pretty fast, you can actually get a product with a Customily design ready to go. I'm going to do another one. In this case, we are going, yeah, perfect. Let's do another one of the examples we mentioned. We could do a blanket, for example. We mentioned the blankets a lot, so let's go with this. If I were to pick a blanket, and I get a lot of products. We have crushed velvet, stadium blanket. We have sublimated Sherpas and stuff. We have a lot of blankets. But I'm going to look for, let's say, okay, second page. These ones are really trending right now. It's pretty cool. And let's try another provider. Okay, let's say we actually are going to go into, let's be more specific, right? Let's see what can we get from WooCommerce. All right, so this one, yeah, T-Launch. So we're going to click on this one, yeah. And there's only one variant, right? That's the material, period. And we can actually get to create, put the design in here. Remember, you can create designs with Customily in our design studio. We're going today to cover Customily designs. And among the many ideas we have, I actually saw one pretty cool in the mom category that was not on the first page. This one was an option, but I actually saw this one. Yeah, and I really like this because it like gives two titles to the mother. So let's click there and apply the design. It's going to bring up automatically the the alignment tool, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this a bit bigger. I have space, so yeah, so this is basically what's going to make bigger the print as well as the preview, so it will adjust just to cover more space. This is something that I can control at any point, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to make this just a bit bigger. Okay, confirm. There you go. And we are going to create this blanket with this design right away. So in this case, I didn't get the message from the API missing because I actually have the API of T-Launch. So it's very important to know that that reminder within the app. Yes, we approach the end. This is pretty fast. Depends a lot on the product, on the different options, but it's pretty fast. Okay. Again, let's do some changes in here. Let's change. All right. That's the design ready to go on the woolen blankets. Let's change this to I have 2 titles. Yes. Mom, woolen blanket. And we're going to change this. Okay, perfect. All right. So one only material woman, and we can play around with this. Remember, the idea is to get a lot of images and to get a lot of options available for this, showcase how many things you can do. In this case, for example, we can change the letters like this in different colors, so customers will be able to customize this. The second title, well, let's say it's grandma, and let's say we're going to match the letters. Name, let's say we put this for the name of the mom and grandma. And I think we also have space like grandmom. Yeah, I like that one better. And then we can start playing around with our character as always. So we can add wrinkles or not. And we can change the eyes. We can change the lips. We can check out some hairstyles like that, and then we can change the yeah, it's a cool mom and grandma. Yeah, and then we have like these cool pants and sneakers like this. Yeah, all to go. What about a drink? Maybe going to have something that will contrast. Yeah, it could be perfect. This is a great thing about previewing, is that you can see what contrasts better. So if you have that hairstyle, maybe the wine glass is showing, it's not showing correctly, or not showing, not showing off, basically. And we can play around with this. It's a great advantage. We're going to put some glasses in here, and probably like that. And yeah, I'm happy with this design. And I'm going to save this as my product image. And that's it. I can publish this right away, or keep it as a draft. Let's just save publish, so it opens the front end right away. So while this is working, Geoffrey, how about our Q&A? Do we have some questions? I have seen some on the chat, and I know Cecilia has been answering a lot, so thank you.
Yes, as usually, Cecilia's fingers are on fire. She started getting all of those questions, but we have one that addresses this particularly. How do we show these options on Etsy? The preview that you were customizing recently.
Sure. All right. So the preview on Etsy works like this. Let me show you this. Maybe I'm going to jump into our own Etsy store. But just so you can see this, inside Customily, you can browse through your products. At the top center of the screen, you can see products here, and you can see all your store products. But the cool thing is, if you have multiple stores, you can actually jump to another store and see the products connected to that particular store. So in this case, we have, let's say, for example, we have, I don't know, let's try to find something. let's go to the very beginning and grab this ceramic mug all wrap, right? So basically, whenever a customer purchases a product on Etsy, it gets an email. They get an email that they are referred to a specific link. That link is for them to customize the product and submit the customization. So that's a final step. That the same thing you do on the front end for Shopify and WooCommerce, you do it. You do it that previous to the purchase in WooCommerce and Shopify. You do after the purchase on Etsy, right? When it comes to the Etsy listing, it's the same for all listings on Etsy. They have very specific rules and very specific settings that we cannot modify. That's why we don't offer the preview on the Etsy listing. So you can have a lot of media on the gallery. You can even have videos, small 15-second videos in which you can show how you customize the product, and a lot of instructions that you can guide your customers to understand that they will get an email after they purchase, they will get a link, they can customize in there. And the cool thing is that the link for them will be unique because it's going to be the URL of the personalization plus the order number. So that's always unique. But if you go into any of your Etsy products linked and you click on the eye icon here, it will open. Well, it's going to open the listing to start with, right? So you can see that this is a regular Etsy listing with all the instructions on a picture that tells you exactly what's going to happen. So you're going to personalize your orders like this. You purchase, you personalize with an email that looks like this, and you get it, basically. Now, the cool thing is whenever you publish a new listing on Etsy using Customily, we craft this listing for you with the main picture that you select, the instructions picture, and you can add more later, and something in the description that is very important. When I click on learn about this item, I open the description. The description tells you how to personalize step by step. First, you make a purchase, then you get an email with personalization instructions. You need to follow the link, you need to personalize, and you get an instant proof of what you're doing, and then you submit that personalization. And the number 4 is really interesting because it's try before you buy the following link. This is the standard personalization link for this product. It's the one it's the one that opened here. You see when I click on this icon, it opened 2 tabs. One tab is the listing on Etsy, and the second tab is the customization. It's the same, is this link you see here? It's here, and you can share this anywhere. Oh wait, no, it's not this one. It's this one. Yeah, here. This is the customization link, the customization page that you get. You can copy paste this on any Etsy listing. You can copy paste this this link, and you can test out the customization, test out the tool, and get to see. You see, it's pretty much the same, exactly the same interface. You have a template and an options. Template here, options set here. So I'm going to put name and photo. I'm going to upload the photo, which is going to be this one. And the WordPress test is mom number 1. Yeah. Okay. So remember, this is a testing product, but you see the preview is exactly the same. The interface is exactly the same. The only difference is this is always running on a URL, an independent page. And that page, you can share it in the description of your Etsy listing, and they can freely customize to test it out. This is really cool, really engaging for the end user. Now, whenever they make a purchase, they get the same link, plus you get something like I think it's like equal like order number and like that. So it's a unique URL. That's the important thing. That's only for your purchase. This is the one the system will take to create the print file and send it over for personalization to the POD. So that's how Etsy works.
Awesome. Thank you, Jose.
Right. So, I think that I actually closed the product that I created with the the blanket. But anyways, I can find it here. So what else do we have in the Q&A? So we start over. Yeah, you go. Woven blanket. This one is the one we just created. Yeah, has all the customity options. Remember that you can start with the customity design and then put together other stuff. Like for example, you can change the fonts, you can change the backgrounds, the titles, anything you want. Let's say you like the character, but you want to change anything else, you can do it. So it's up to you. These are your designs to play with. Right? Let's head back to the presentation quickly. All right. So let's see if we have something else in the Q&A.
Awesome. All right, let's get back on this. Following the same line of Etsy, they are asking whether they can showcase or display the personalization with an iframe.
On Etsy, I'm afraid not, because Etsy is a marketplace.
Mhm.
So the structure of the listings is exclusively fixed for all merchants alike. Iframes are done in custom websites that you craft on your own server, like .com in any case. Basically, an iframe is an object in which you're going to load that preview link. Now, when it comes to the customity part, definitely is the same concept. Okay, you craft your template, you create your options, and what the system does, in this case Customily does, is merge them together into a link. That link is what you put in your iframe, but it's something that it's designed to work on independent custom stores and not on Etsy.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you very much for clarifying that, Jose. We have no further questions over here.
All
Um,
right.
Cecilia has been targeting everything.
Okay. Well, I know we extended a bit, but these are very special live sessions because it's all about Mother's Day. It's all about very important and hot time of the year to start selling. It's the first push and the first trials and errors you will get along the year. So we want to dedicate this to this as much as you need from our time. But if you have any further questions or ideas, always be sure to reach our support team over email, or open a live chat in business hours in EST. That's you will always get a chance to chat live with our support agents. And also, if you join our communities, you will find a lot of people sharing ideas, helping out others, commenting tips, tricks on live sessions. So communities are very important, very good places to learn stuff. Also, we share a lot of news over our communities, so keep an eye on that. I want to thank Cecilia on the chat as always. I want to thank Joffrey and Josefina, always presenting and taking off some script from me. So that's very helpful. Also brings up new faces to the live sessions. It's not always me. You get bored really easy. So they're here to represent the youth and the new ideas and basically everything that is not boring like me. So thank you, all of you. We'll see you next time on our next live session.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, bye bye.